with a national and international reach. Experience the difference with Luntha Vision, where innovation meets experience. Our dedicated team, backed by cutting-edge technology, ensures seamless execution and unparalleled results. Luntha guarantees credibility and professionalism in all its endeavors and services. We offer, among this, production and broadcasting of jingles, music videos, narratives, documentaries, press services and programs, on occasion or outside, live broadcasting of mass and other church functions, government or indoor functions, and political rallies, creation and broadcasting of special programs, sponsored content, sports and entertainment, and advertising for small, medium, and daily. To catch Luntha Vision on Zuko on Channel 51, Starsat Channel 474, Star Times Channel 474, Topstar 474, Kriye 007, GoTV on Channel 807, Azam on Channel 386, and live streams on our YouTube and Facebook platforms. You can find us in Area 2 Lilongwe or can reach us on 0883 815 055. Come, let us help you grow your business.
Are you passionate about making a difference in the world? Join Hekima University College, a constituent college of Catholic University of Eastern Africa, for an MA degree in Peace Studies and International Relations. It is located on Riara Road in Nairobi, Kenya, and run by the Jesuit fathers known for their academic excellence and commitment to social justice. Our state-of-the-art library houses over 110,000 volumes, a wide range of periodicals. Our MA program is selective yet diverse, welcoming students from across Africa and beyond, preparing them to tackle global challenges. Don't miss your chance to be part of a transformative learning experience. Apply now at Hekima University College.
The Holy Father, Pope Francis, is inviting all of us to journey together in the spirit of synodality. Every Catholic in the world is invited to be a builder of a synodal and missionary church. We are all invited to devote ourselves to enthusiastically achieve this goal and bring out in others great and precious possibilities. What is Synod on Synodality? Have you discussed it in your parish, center, or small Christian community? Just like the Christ Jesus taught us to live in harmony, the spirit of Synod on Synodality is asking us to practice the art of communal. Join us live for a special program on Synod on Synodality here on Luntha Television every Tuesday from 4:30 to 5:00 p.m. and a repeat on Thursday from 3:30 to 4:00 p.m. Malawian time to understand fully what Synod on Synodality is and what Pope Francis wants us to do in journeying together. This program is brought to you by the Social Communications Department of the Association of Member Episcopal Conferences in Eastern Africa, AMESEA.
The key to growth and development for every nation in the world is a better plan. Not just any plan, but a well-implemented one. And of course, development partners. Who are Malawi's development partners and what are they doing? To know more, tune into Malawi's Development Partners, MDP, with me, Kathy Matura, on Luntha TV.
Luntha Television, bringing wisdom into your home.
The Intercongregational Institute, ICI, is a formation community and an institute of philosophy and religious studies founded in 1986 by the Association of Main Religious in Malawi, AMREM, which is under the jurisdiction of the Episcopal Conference of Malawi, ECM. as a constituent college of the Catholic University of Malawi, CUNIMA, ICI was established to provide for religious and missionary societies in Malawi who aspire to be religious. The institute is now calling for applicants to enroll into the new program of Bachelor of Arts degree in religious studies. The program commences in the 2024-2025 new academic year in August this year. Admission requirements include evidence of proficiency in English, 6 credits in MACE examinations, including English or its equivalent, and an aggregate of not more than 30 points. Students holding less than 6 credits may be admitted as free auditors, but may not take exams and will be given only a certificate of attendance, which cannot be used to pursue further studies. Send your applications now to be considered for this program. For more information, contact the Dean of Studies on +265 987 713 457. Email deanofstudies.ici@gmail.com. Intercongregational Institute, ICI, for God's glory and fullness of life.
It's time for news, and you're with me, Fales Chizombe. First, the headlines.
Pope Francis prays for victims of wildfires in Greece. MANEP releases PSLCE and JCE exams. Malawi Congress Party emphasizes collective responsibility and loyalty ahead of 2025 elections. In our exclusive report this week, Robert Edward gives a picture of a significant damage that the waters caused in tourism sector.
We have these and other stories. Please do stay with us. Pope Francis prayed for victims of the devastating wildfires in Greece during his Angelus address on Thursday. He expressed his closeness to the tens of thousands of people affected by the fires and assured them of his prayers. We have a Vatican News report read by Tandiwe Nzumara.
The Pope's remarks came as Greece continues to battle massive wildfires that have forced thousands to flee their homes. The fires have burned through forests, homes, and businesses, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. According to reports, at least 100,000 people have been displaced by the fires, with many more affected. The Greek government has declared a state of emergency and deployed troops to assist with evacuation efforts. Pope Francis said he is close to the people of Greece who are suffering from the devastating fires that are affecting many parts of the country, assuring them of his prayers and solidarity in this difficult moment. The Pope's words of comfort and support were echoed by other religious leaders and organizations around the world, including the Greek Orthodox Church, which has been actively involved in providing aid and support to those affected by the fires. The wildfires in Greece are the latest in a series of natural disasters to hit the region. The country has been experiencing a severe heat wave, which has contributed to the spread of the fires.
Right Reverend Alfred Matayo Sharima, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Zomba, has spoken out against the tendency of citizens not participating in activities that contribute to the effective development of the country. He emphasized that everyone needs to take responsibility for transforming their communities in some way, highlighting the importance of getting involved. Bishop Chaima made these remarks earlier today at the ongoing National Youth Conference at Limbe Cathedral in Blantyre during his presentation on the 4 principles of Catholic social teaching. Meanwhile, Boniface Chibwana, National Coordinator of the Catholic Commission for Justice and Peace, CCJP, challenged young people to stand firm in fighting for the country's development by participating in good politics.
It's a long way, maybe because we are growing in a culture where the culture of handouts is becoming the order of the day. And the result is things that would easily be done by individuals or by community members are left, and they are left to be done by an authority that otherwise is not responsible for that. For example, government should be responsible for big projects, or even church leadership should be responsible for big projects. But at the same time as this is happening, then we expect that the other members or the community members or individuals must also be given opportunity, a chance to do their part, because every one of us has something that one can contribute, unless you are sick or you are, something else is holding you back. But everyone has something that he can offer or she can offer to the church or to the nation. And so that opportunity, when it arises, that individual must be allowed to make that contribution.
If you look at youth participation in politics and you look at the challenges that the youth are facing, looking at the socio-economic situation that the country is going through, it's really a true enormous challenge. You look at the levels of unemployment, you look at the migration of the youth leaving this country, it shows that some of the policies that are being made, they're upside down, and they are not as inclusive as possible in as far as the youth involvement is concerned. So I think time has come that the youth have to be actively participating. And here we are talking about meaningful participation in politics. Yes, we know the avenues that the youth can participate in politics. We talk about participating in political parties, and we know political parties have got the youth wing, we have the directors of youth, but we have to go beyond that. We have to go beyond that in the sense that we need the youth now to be taking those positions within political parties.
The Ministry of Education, in conjunction with the Malawi National Examinations Board, MADEB, has released the 2024 Primary School Leaving Certificate of Education and Junior Certificate of Education examination results. The results were announced during a press conference presided over by the Minister of Education, Madalito Kampawa Wilima, on Friday in Lilongwe. Out of 252,668 students who sat for this year's PSRC examinations, 217,708 rather have passed, representing an 86.16% pass rate. According to MANEB Executive Director Professor Dolphin Porter, the successful candidates comprise 106,907 females and 110,801 males. Professor Dolphin Porter explains.
Out of the 252,448 candidates who sat for this examination, 217,708 have passed. This represents 86.14% pass rate. This pass rate is a slight decline from the pass rate of last year, 2023, which was 87.77%. So a slight decline. But I should mention that in the 5 years, this is still high, this is the second highest. So the pass rate for PSLC examinations has been increasing in the past 5 years. So this is only slightly lower. The highest was last year, but the graph is increasing. Out of the 128,921 female candidates who sat for this examination, 106,907 candidates have passed. This represents 82.92% pass rate. Out of the 123,747 male candidates who sat for this examination, 110,801 candidates have passed. This represents 89.54% pass rate. So the pass rate of males is slightly higher than the pass rate of females. Out of the 2,755 special needs education candidates who sat for this examination, 2,064 have passed. This represents 74.92% pass rate. I should say that this pass rate is higher than the pass rate for last year. So we are noticing or observing improvement in the performance of special needs education candidates.
African Sisters Education Collaborative has retaliated the need of empowering religious women economically to uplift their well-being and their congregations through different initiatives. ASEC Programs Coordinator Sister Teresa Mlinga made the sentiments on the sidelines of the inspection of one of ASEC projects that deals with poultry production run by the Catholic Congregation of Presentation Sisters in Leza. Charity Shilanga reports.
Sister Mlenga said poultry farming has become more profitable as the demand for chickens has gradually increased with the improvement of people's living standards. She expressed optimism that the Presentation Sisters will benefit a lot from the project, citing the economic benefits such as the market prospect of raising the chickens being very broad, the survival rate of the chickens being high, the quality of the chickens raised is delicious, and the market price being relatively high.
To the congregation, more especially economically, they'll be able to uplift the economy of the congregation. The Sisters Leadership Development Initiative has also trained sisters in finance management, administration, as well as basic technology. So you can see that the sisters have been equipped with different skills and they are able to participate well in their ministries.
In her remarks, the poultry farming project coordinator in the congregation of the Presentation Sisters, Sister Elizabeth Elinimo, expressed gratitude to ASIC for funding the project, saying the project has changed the lives of the sisters in the congregation. ASIC was inaugurated in 1999 by leaders of 4 congregations of women religious in Pennsylvania, and the presidents of the colleges and universities are founded by their congregations for purposes of providing educational opportunities for women religious in Africa. ASEC educates African sisters and improve their ability of impacting more people to make a difference in the lives of the most vulnerable and marginalized individuals in Africa.
You're watching news on Luntha television with me, Fales Chusombe. We'll be back with more news after this break.
Are you passionate about making a difference in the world? Join Hekima University College, a constituent college of Catholic University of Eastern Africa, for an MA degree in Peace Studies and International Relations. It is located on Riara Road in Nairobi, Kenya, and run by the Jesuit Fathers, known for their academic excellence and commitment to social justice. Our state-of-the-art library houses over 110,000 volumes, a wide range of periodicals. Our MA program is selective yet diverse, welcoming students from across Africa and beyond, preparing them to tackle global challenges. Don't miss your chance to be part of a transformative learning experience. Apply now at Hekima University College.
Welcome back. If you have just tuned in, you're watching Luntha News, coming to you live from Bishop Navy Media Center. Before we proceed, let's have another look at the headlines.
Pope Francis prays for victims of wildfires in Greece. MANEP releases PSLCE and JCE exams. Malawi Congress Party emphasizes collective responsibility and loyalty ahead of 2025 elections. In our exclusive report this week, Robert Edward gives a picture of a significant damage that the waters caused in tourism sector.
Moving forward, the Malawi Congress Party has assured Malawians that its newly elected National Executive Committee, NEC, is committed to serving the nation's interest above personal agendas. This commitment was made during a press briefing held at the party's headquarters in Lilongwe, where MCP Publicity Secretary Jessica Kabila introduced the new NEC members. According to Kabila, the new NEC comprises dedicated and loyal individuals who will support the party president, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, in his leadership role as the torchbearer for the 2025 general elections. Emmanuel Chocha reports.
Kabila emphasized that the new NEC members are technocrats who will help to drive the party's high-five agenda and secure victory in the 2025 elections. She highlighted President Chakwera's achievements, including ongoing construction of police houses, roads, railway lines, and implementation of NIF loans and the Law of Law initiatives. Kabila noted that these developments demonstrate President Chakwera's commitment to improving Malawians' lives and justify his re-election in 2025. To ensure victory in the September 16, 2025 general elections, the MCP will embark on a door-to-door campaign to engage with voters and promote Dr. Chakwera's vision. By emphasizing collective responsibility, loyalty, and a focus on Malawians' needs, the MCP aims to build trust and momentum ahead of the 2025 elections. For Luntha News, this is Emmanuel Chuocha.
The Minister of Health, Honorable Kumbise Kandodo, has commended Balaka District Council for proper usage of funds that government allocated to them for healthy interventions. Honorable Kandodo made the remarks when she launched the newly constructed male and female wards at the district hospital, where she said the initiative is a good sign for the achievement of the Universal Healthy Services Agenda and a good path to the Malawi 2063 implementation plan. She has requested the Council to consider offering 3 meals a day to patients as a way of caring and quickly recovery for patients. Rashida Matandiga reports.
The minister said the Balaka District Council received money amounting to 1.2 billion kwacha under special funds allocations made by the state president for maintenance and rehabilitation, and she is impressed that the money has been put in proper usage. Kandodo said that the infrastructure is part of the commitment by government in achieving universal health coverage together with the Malawi 2063 agenda.
Not just the Malawi 2063 agenda, but you're aware of the universal health coverage, whereby you want to each and every citizen to have access to good health services. And you know, Balaka, it's big. Balaka has a population of about maybe 700,000, and of course growing by day. So it means the population is becoming more and more. So we need more facilities, but even the facilities, we also have to look at the quality as well, the quality which we are giving to our patients.
From the district hospital, the minister also toured the construction of Jenda Usiku maternity wing, where she also expressed her satisfaction.
They have used about 700 million. It's quite impressive. When you look at it, even when you go inside, you know, one would think that, you know, they have used so much money. But this is only about 700 million. This is a prudent use of government resources. So we are very proud of Team Baraka. But also let me really commend the contractor. The contractor, we have not met the contractor, but they have done such a good job. And these are the contractors. I hear the code union. These are the contractors which we need to do government projects.
In his remarks, District Commissioner for Balaga, Tamanya Harawa, said their goal is to help in the success of government development.
The secret is collective, taking collective responsibility. In this case, involving all the stakeholders. At a time, the temptation is a particular sector running, excluding the relevant technical department. So in this case, we attribute the good work to the participation of all the necessary stakeholders.
A call has also been made for health workers to be promoted as a way of motivating them, and the council has promised to do so if their resources allows. Rashida Matandika, Luntha TV, Balaka.
Malawi is grappling with the impact of an unprecedented rise in the water level of its largest body of water, Lake Malawi. Authorities say nearly 90% of the beach area was submerged, damaging property and clubs. Relatively, National Planning Commission has unearthed in its new assessment that the damage will likely cost the tourism sector over $1 billion. In our exclusive report this week, Robert Edward gives a picture of a significant damage that the waters caused in tourism sector.
There was a pinch of salt for the vast majority of property owners, with nina-fied raised sites many meters away from the shore yet were affected. The damage was terrible, and many lives are still in tatters.
We're coming. This is a very important area that requires us to discuss more. But everything is not lost. I think we still have more time. We can engage.
From January to June this year, Lake Malawi's water levels increased by 44 centimeters, making it second highest since 1980, according to the National Water Resource. This caused unprecedented flooding of the lake in lakeshore districts of Mangochi, Salima, and Kotagota. But how was the experience of the affected persons in Mangochi?
We are seeing the water levels. At the same time, we are seeing that the people didn't receive that, and we can say the crops almost dried. So we had water at the lake, but on the other side of Malawi, we see that there was no water.
Apparently, there was a significant rainfall in the north of Malawi and Tanzania, which also feeds water into Lake Malawi, contributing to the rise in lake levels. This has sucked billions in the sector. An assessment on the impact of the increase of water levels in Lake Malawi to the country, which NPC released last week, says the gross domestic product for the country's tourism sector is likely to go down by 0.5%. The GDP is projected to decrease from 202 billion kwacha to 201 billion kwacha.
Curtailed, and there isn't so much of tourism, patronage across the lakeshore. So that has affected the revenue, and obviously we expect that the GDP for tourism is going to really contract by almost 0.5% by the end of the year because of that. Suffice to mention that not many of these establishments have actually bounced back because the infrastructure damage was quite immense, so much so that the services are no longer, for some, being provided, or others are provided maybe at a 45%, kind of, capacity. So the 0.5, effect on the GDP tourism that we have noted has also an overall effect.
This report indicates that the situation will lead to a longer recovery process that will require an unspecified amount of money. It also reviews that the damage of infrastructure was seen during the period. Jobs were lost and business was deterred during the period. NPC says it wants governments to improve initiatives that aim at mitigating such scenarios, among others.
I mean, they've been calls to say, open the barrage, but this barrage is operating on a very standardized model that regulates the amount of water that should be poured out of the lake through the main tributary Shire River, in consideration of the downstream infrastructure for energy, as well as other livelihoods options that could be there. So perhaps maybe there's need for some discussions on how best we can manage the water flow so that we can actually cushion very important economic infrastructure, but at the same time making sure that the tourism industry doesn't suffer from such kind of events as a result of maybe some kind of non-conformity within where the water is actually getting into the lake and how the water is being released through the tributaries, such as Shire River.
Government insists a lot is being done, cost.
We'll see that there's one particular recommendation that has been targeted to the council itself, that we need to lobby, from financial institutions, so that they are able to actually give loans to different operators along the lake shore. One of the things that we observed during the survey was that banks, are not giving loans now to people along the lake shore because of the high risk. And that's what maybe as a recommendation that have come, that we would want to lobby from these financial institutions that at least they should come on board so that we are able to rebuild and most of the operators to be able to be back on business.
But victims suggest a recapturing of water into other fields to avoid a similar scenario.
So I recommend that the government should at least try to ensure that this water is reached in the other side where the land may be high, the water cannot reach. Or they can make small dams. So that water can be transferred.
Previously, Commissioner for Department of Disaster Management Affairs, Charles Kalemba, assured the people that government is closely monitoring water levels situation in Lake Malawi and Shire River through Kamuzu Barrage amid the heavy downpour in recent days. Kalemba refuted claims that the barrage is sometimes closed to reduce its capacity to control water flow, a development that people had misconstrued that it was the major cause of the unprecedented water flow.
Robert Karanda reading that report compiled by Robert Edward, and that story brings us to the end of our today's news bulletin. Before we leave you, another look at the headline.
Pope Francis prays for victims of wildfires in Greece. MANEP releases PSLCE and JCE exams. Malawi Congress Party emphasizes collective responsibility and loyalty ahead of 2025 elections. In our exclusive report this week, Robert Edward gives a picture of a significant damage that the waters caused in tourism sector.
My name is Fales Chuzambi. Thank you so much for watching and goodbye.